All right, so nobody better nobody better question my dedication to what we do because the Atlanta Braves ain't been in the World Series in 20 like what 21, 22
21 years
years.
ago.
Yeah, and here I am doing a podcast. We might be eliminated by the time we get done. But we are here. Welcome back, sir. You went to your homeland
It's from the
of
UK.
England.
Went to the UK, man. Holla at my people.
The two best things going on in this group that are running jokes is that you're British and that Ashley Smith is a girl.
You know
Which
it's crazy.
I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if I started the Ashley Smith as a girl thing or if I just picked it up, but I definitely did start calling you British. And
I've only
everybody got
worked for
all
British companies, man. I don't know. They love
yeah.
me. I don't know what it is.
Hold on, I gotta turn off the air real quick. That's what we get when we do it live, man. You get bootleg stuff like that. I forgot that the air was on. But yeah, I don't know why they love you so much either, man. I don't know. I don't even know how you got over there. The irony is that you went there the same weekend that Urban Meyer was there, which only
Hey,
fuels the speculation that you're the man behind the scenes dropping all this bad press on him. I
and they
mean,
played in London.
yeah, and you were right there the whole time in the shadows, man. It's absolutely hilarious to me that it just keeps adding up like that. Like there's a
I
scandal,
mean, it is.
you go
It's a
missing.
lot there. I mean, if you were to piece together a story, there are a lot of believable pieces.
Yeah, you go missing and the emails drop. I'm just saying, man, like it's always something. Every time you take a break, something pops off, man. But the news, or some of the news over the last couple of weeks is our guy Mumble Mouth, Coach O. Coach O basically just, I mean, we're a family show. I'll just say he acting like a real N-word right now. I don't even I don't even think he cares anymore. I don't think he cares anymore. I saw a clip of him standing on the sideline looking at everybody like, dang, y'all getting crushed. That's wild. What was your take on the news about Coach O and his tenure tentatively ending at LSU?
The thing that's so crazy for me is like we're 20 to 21 months removed from him winning the national title, and it's not like he's walking away. He's fired, right? Like I
Yeah.
mean, resign, blah blah blah. But I know it was over for him when they lost to UCLA, and this nigga gonna say, "Did you hear when he told a guy in the crowd like, yeah, come down here and see me with that sissy blue shirt you got on?" He
Yeah,
told
yeah. What is
That's when I knew it was downhill from that point. I was like, man, Coach Olu's this one. They getting him out of there, and that's exactly what happened. It's just so crazy how he got lightning in the bottle, man. He got Joe Barrow, he got Brady, he had Dave Aranda, and
Chase,
Chase, he
Jefferson,
had Jefferson, he had
Queen?
McQueen, he had Clyde's Edward Hilaire. I
Yeah.
mean, he just got, I mean, he hit it at the right time, and that's what you're supposed to do in college football. But I mean, look, he's had Ole Miss, didn't work. They didn't give him a job at SC. He came to LSU, which is a more natural cultural fit, won a national title, and they paying him what, like 15 million to go away. I'm like, it's not a bad deal from him, but it's just from a coaching standpoint, man. It fell apart real quickly. You know, then he had the girlfriend scandals and all types of stuff. He had the Darius Geis situation on his hand. Like, it's a lot of stuff, man, that Coach O has been into the last, I'd say, like 2 to 3 years. But I'm honestly surprised that he's won a national championship and made it this far. But I was just like, man, we got to talk about it because they get now. It's like it's a lot. It's quite a few jobs that are open, man. And if you think about like the domino effect, so now you got LSU that's open, USC that's
USC.
open.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly you could have a Penn State that's open, right? I mean, one of those are probably closed, but
Yeah.
start to think about all these jobs, and that's what I think I was talking to Jay or somebody earlier in the year. I'm like, okay, if you were to fire Scott Frost, right, on the grand scheme of college football, the landscape, it's like Nebraska would be what out of USC, Penn State, let's say, other schools that open up, and I'm like, man, Nebraska would be the fourth or fifth option. So that means Jeff Halfley, Napier. Not, I don't know about Napier, man. I feel like they really, really, really buying in to the Mel Tucker train. I think that's kind of the direction they want to go. I mean, Mel Tucker is a former Nick Saban protege. He's got a lot of inroads recruiting in the southeastern area. So a lot of people feel he's going to be a better fit, but I mean, Michigan State opens up. I think that would be a better job than Nebraska. And it's going to be a lot. Dan Mullen, I don't think they're going to fire Mullen. Then that's not going to happen. That's a pipe dream. But there's going to be a lot of jobs open, man, at the end of the year. And it's going to be interesting to see. You got guys like Fickle, who's at Cincinnati. You got
Hugh Freeze.
Athlete, Hugh Freeze. You got, it's going to be, man, I think Freeze is going to. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know if they want to really take a shot on him, but I do think he's going to get a bigger job than Liberty. I don't know if LSU is going to be his first stop, an SEC job, but I think Malik Willis leaves this year. I think his agent going to be on the phone like, "Hey, man, you got any of them Mac? You got any of them Mac jobs open? You got any?
I don't think he's welcome back in the SEC after what happened.
Yeah, they blackballed him.
It's just a little which is wild, all things considered. If there was a place that you could cover something up like that, it would be in Louisiana. And I think that's why Coach O has lasted as long, is because, well, you know, it's not even a good kept secret. Like, you can do whatever the hell you want to do in Louisiana if you're with LSU, and everybody else just kind of comes around and either covers it up or say that they didn't see anything. And I mean, it's not just football, it's basketball too. The basketball program more notorious for breaking the rules and acting the fool for the football program. They made a movie out of it.
We'll get the money in and out. Will the plug, man.
Will got a whole documentary on his shenanigans, and then they made a movie out of Shaq, and they still get away with it. So it is what it is.
They can take that nigga Ben Simmons back, though. That's one nigga they can take back. I'm tired of his ass. Take that motherfucker back.
At the end of the day, though, I'm with you. I don't know where Coach O goes after this. I mean, if you even look at the rumors, of coaching names that pop up. I mean, you mentioned Mullins, but Brian Kelly has been mentioned in some of these bigger schools.
Yeah, he could be an NFL job. But a lot of people think he's going to go to the NFL. But
and so at the end of the day, I don't think. And I'm not trying to pick on Jay because we bash Nebraska a lot. He bashes Nebraska, but it's not in my top 10 jobs. I go coach high school before I go coach Nebraska at this point.
I mean, Nebraska for me, the first thing I hate Urban Meyer, but one of the first things I did hear him say, like one of the first things he asked tell his assistant about taking the job is, can you recruit there? That's number one.
Yeah.
That should be the number one question you got to ask you, not about the money, facilities, locate. Can you recruit there? Yes or no? If it's yes, take the job, and everything else will fall in place. Nebraska is just not a place. I mean, they haven't recruited bad, but I just think that you need high-level, high-end talent, and you need lots of it to be really, really good in college football. Because look at Penn State. Sean Clifford gets hurt. You trying to tell me that you're the number 8 team and you're just one injury away from losing 4 to 5 games in a row? Like, that's bad. And people I think, we look at the situation we had at Ohio State. We got Stroud, McCord, Miller, Ewers, but it's almost you got to play the law of attrition now. You got to recruit 5 to get 2 because, 2 are going to hit the portal. 1 is probably something always happens, injury, off field, something like that is going to happen. And it's like, man, at a place like Nebraska, I just don't know. I mean, I get it, the Wisconsin model in the West and blah, blah, but I'm like, man, I would take Cincinnati over Nebraska. If I'm a coach, and now they're Big 12, they're going to be pumping money in the facility. You're in a better location. You're in a good football state. I think, man, I ain't going to go in Nebraska, but I think you might be with you. I don't know if they tip, but they down there. It's
and you gotta look at some of these coaches who might have taken the job are now looking at their schools moving up to better conferences, getting more exposure. So, like, even Cincinnati, like if they make it into the playoffs, they'll be a hot topic for somebody. And I think they're moving Big 12, right?
Yeah, they're moving to the Big 12.
Yeah, see? So if I'm Fickle and I'm moving to the Big 12, why would I go take Nebraska? Even though he might be one of the people that could recruit in that area because he's familiar with the general area. It's just kind of a step back though, because you've literally built this program to get to the Power 5 conference. You're right there at the summit. I mean, if you got Nebraska on the table, but USC and LSU are calling, like they're gonna be left behind for sure. And I mean, we've already seen like James Franklin. If he bolts to USC, then Penn State's open. I mean,
right.
What Franklin considers to be a lack of support might be A1 for anybody else.
Don't want to see Luke Fickell or Jeff Hafley in the Big Ten East because I do think now, while I don't think they can beat Ohio State consistently, I do think they will be in a much better position to play Ohio State. I don't know.
So what we will do, because we do have other big news going on in college football, one being that next week will be the first official ranking of the selection committee. And, you know, we've had some talks offline and I'm ready to defend my small school again. But let's go through your top 10 and I'll go through my top 10. So I've got Ole Miss at number 10. Who you got?
I got Ole Miss at 10.
Okay. All right. I've got Iowa at number 9.
I got Iowa at 9.
All right. I've got Oregon at number 8, reluctantly.
I got Michigan State at 8.
Okay. All right. Who you got at 7?
Oregon.
Okay. All right. So we is that more to like, and let's be honest, is that more to boost Ohio State standing, or do you just think Michigan State?
Well, part of that, yes, is okay. I mean, we're going to play Michigan State as well. So I just think that Oregon, I mean, the team that they were in week 2 and the team, it's hard with rankings because the Ohio State Oregon game happened at week 2. I think if that game was to play today, Ohio State would win by at least 14.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, the teams that they were in week 2 and the teams that now, but I still got to give Oregon credit for going into Columbus and beating Ohio State. That's a big feat. I don't care how young that team was, what was going on. It was a really good game. And I think that that's probably, and it's a little bit of the eye test too, right? Like I watch Oregon. Now they haven't looked as sharp in the last couple of weeks, but watching Michigan State, watching Oregon, I do think Oregon's a better team than Michigan State.
And see, for me, I just can't forgive Oregon for losing to an unranked Stanford, man. This is like, I just like if I actually would have been less angry at them if they had lost to Fresno State than if they had lost to Stanford. Just because Fresno came out and they were ready, man. They like punched them in the mouth. Stanford didn't really do anything to win that game. Oregon just gave it away more so. Like, I mean,
any game with Stanford, they just ugly the game.
Yeah, I just don't understand, man. It pissed me off. All right, number 6, I've got Michigan. Who you got?
I got Michigan.
Okay. Number 5, I've got Alabama.
I got Oklahoma.
Okay, because all right, and I'll say this: I'm livid that Alabama, and I'm a Bama guy. You know, I love Bama. I love the bet Bama. I have the utmost respect for Nick Saban. But you cannot lose to an unranked team that goes all the way. They went from unranked to like middle of the rankings. Bama dropped 2 spots. Yeah. 2 spots. We
lost to Oregon. We dropped 7 spots, and we lost to them by 3 points. We lost to them on pretty much the last. It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, like I need more, man. I need more. So it looks like we lost our broadcast on Facebook, so I'm gonna see if I can't fix that.
On Meta?
Yeah, on Meta. That's probably why we lost it, because it's Meta. But number 4, who do you got at number 4?
I got Bama at number 4.
All right, I've got Ohio State at number 4. Now, the only reason why I did that to Ohio State is because I have Oregon. I didn't even want to put Oregon in my top 10 because I'm just hating. But like if you've got Ohio State, if you got Oregon in your top 7, then Ohio State should be in the top 3, I think. Number 3, who you got there?
Number 3, I got Cincinnati.
All right, number 3, I've got Oklahoma, reluctantly. Number 2, I've got Cincinnati. Just to start a debate. Who do you got at number 2?
Ohio State.
All right, cool. And then number 1, we both agree is Georgia.
Yep.
All right. Let me see. What I might do is I'm gonna because we're having issues with Facebook. I'm gonna end this feed, which let me see, and then hold on, there it goes in broadcast.